Hello, my name is Tom Lodziak. In this video, I'm going to share with you the top 20 rubbers used by amateur table tennis players. These are the rubbers that players are spending their money on to take their game to ever higher levels. And here's some footage of me playing with the #1 rubber on the list. I'm using it on my forehand. I'm playing some fast attacking shots with my Power Pong Amiga robot. But what is the #1 rubber? To find out, keep on watching. So to find out what the most popular rubbers are in the amateur table tennis community, I sent out a survey. I sent it to people on my mailing list, I sent it to people in my academy, I sent it to people on my YouTube channel, I sent it to various Facebook groups, and I sent it to users of Table Tennis Daily Forum. And I got 594 responses overall. Now, 68% of these responses came from players from Europe. So as I explain the results, just bear that in mind. I'm sure if 68% of the responses had come from players in Asia, the results would probably look quite different. But for this survey, most of the responses came from players from Europe. 70% of the players who responded described their playing level as intermediate, 21% as advanced, and 9% as beginner. In terms of playing style, 54% of respondents said they had an attacking playing style, 41% said they had an all-round type of game, and 5% said they had a defensive playing style. Overall, players are using 41 different brands. Now, as we can see from this list, Butterfly are in the top spot, then T-Bar, Yasaka, Xeon, Euler, DHS, Nutaku, Stiga, Donic, and Andro. Now, amazingly, out of all the rubbers analysed in the survey, there were an astonishing 291 different rubbers. This is a massive range of rubbers, and you can look at this in one of two ways. On the one hand, it's quite overwhelming. There is just so much choice available. We can't possibly test out all these different rubbers. How do you know which is the best rubber for you, okay? So you can feel a bit like too much choice. But on the other hand, because there is so much choice, there most probably is the right rubber out there for you which matches your playing style and allows you to play your best. You've just got to find it and probably spend quite a bit of money before you find the rubber which is perfect for you. So now let's move on to the top 20 rubbers. First of all, I'll just give you places 20 to 11 as you can see on the screen. Yasaka Mark 5, Donic Barracuda, Andro Rosanta R42, Stiga DNA Platinum M, T-Bar Evolution ELP, Euler Dynarays AGR, Yasaka Raxa 7 Soft, DHS Neo Hurricane 3, Yasaka Raxa Z, and Butterfly Tenergy 05FX. In 10th place, we have the T-Bar Hybrid K3. He's got a tacky top sheet, but a nice catapulting sponge underneath. A really nice rubber for counter top spin. Players report you can generate lots of spin using this rubber, but it still has decent control. In 9th place, we have the T-Bar Evolution MXP. This is a rubber which has been around for many years now, but it's been used by many professional players. It is fast, it is spinny, it is really suited to powerful loop players. So if you're an attacking player, you play strong attacks, this is potentially a very good rubber for you. In 8th place, we've got one of the all-time greats, the DHS Hurricane 3. With the sticky top sheet, it is great for touch play, controlled shots, serving tightly, but you can get an awful lot of speed and spin out of it if you have the right technique. So for players who use a lot of swing, fully committed to their shots, DHS Hurricane 3 is a really good rubber to use. In 7th place, we've got the Yasaka Raxa 7. Now this is just a really good all-round rubber. It kind of does everything quite well. It's nicely controlled, not too fast, but it's got plenty of gears. You can still play decent attacking shots with it. It's not so spin sensitive to your opponent's shot, so you can return their attacks, but when you need to loop either against backspin or against topspin, then you can do so. It's been around for many years, very popular, a really good choice for all-round play. In 6th place, we have the Xeon Vega Europe. This is one of Xeon's most popular rubbers, and it is really well suited to intermediate players, players who are developing, because it's just so easy to control the ball with this rubber. The rubber is a little bit softer, you can block well, push well, but you can also generate good spin. Again, it's another really good all-round rubber for the developing player. In 5th place, we have Butterfly Rosina, another one of these nicely balanced, all-round controlled rubbers. I think the purpose of Rosina really is to help you become more consistent when you play. Again, players report the ability to be able to do everything quite well, to be able to push well, block well, top spin well. It's not the fastest rubber, but it's very nicely balanced and great for intermediate players to play with. In 4th place, we have the Nutaku Fast Arc G1. This is a very popular rubber, not only in Japan where it is made, but also in Europe as well. And that's because it's very spinny, it's fast, and probably a lot more affordable than other rubbers that we've seen on this list. Players report the ability to generate huge amounts of spin, but still remaining a decent level of control. So if you're an attacking player and you want a rubber which is fast and spinny, but you can handle it, then Fast Arc G1 could be a very good choice for you. 3rd place, we have Butterfly Dignix 05. Now, what players report about this rubber is its grip. You can really grip the ball well, you can feel the ball, it feels you can play really precise attacking shots. And because it's not so fast, then it's a little bit easier to control when returning serves or keeping the ball short on the other side. So it's got good spin attacking potential and good control as well. In 2nd place, we have Butterfly Tenergy 05. Now this rubber's been around for 15 years and more, and it is still really popular. And that is because it is so good at generating huge amounts of spin. Very easy to loop against backspin balls, really easy to counter topspin. You get a lovely arc on the ball with lots and lots of spin. It's a spin machine rubber, and this is why it is still popular. So now we are on to the top spot, the number 1 rubber. And before I made this video, I decided whatever the number 1 rubber is going to be, I'm going to go out and buy it and I'm going to test it out. Why did you have to choose the most expensive rubber? Yes, in 1st place is Butterfly Dignix 09C. It has a relatively hard sponge and quite a sticky surface, which makes it very good for serving and for touch play, but players report being able to generate huge amounts of speed and spin when going for their attacking shots. And I am going to try it out. I'm going to glue this rubber onto my bat, and then I'm going to give it a test run with my Power Pong Amiga robot. Nice grip on the ball, picks it up well. You feel like you can swing quite hard. You're not going to overhit it. Okay, let me do a bit more. That one I went for it a little bit more on the forehand side, went a bit harder. Now I'm starting to feel a bit more of that power potential. Feels really crisp when you connect with that ball. What about against backspin? When pushing, so easy to keep that ball low. It doesn't pop up at all. And looping, well, actually it was okay. Right, I've played with rubbers which are easier to loop with. This wasn't too bad. Yeah, you got to commit to that shot, and perhaps it doesn't go to the highest of arcs, but if you really commit to it, then looping against backspin kind of works as well. Lastly, what about serving? Okay, serving is nice. You can get the spin, but keep the ball low over the net. So that's a very nice rubber to serve with. So that was just a really quick test with the Power Pong Amiga robot. Yeah, Dignix 09C, it's pretty nice. Now, final thoughts from me. Even though Butterfly are top, there are lots of other choices available and more affordable choices. So if you've always been one of those players who's always stuck to Butterfly, do you know what? I think it's worth testing out some other brands. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised and you'll have a little bit more money left in your bank account. For me, I use the Euler Dynarize AGR rubbers, which was number 15 on our list. I've been using Euler Dynarize AGR for a couple of years. So I'm very happy to recommend and endorse that. It's got a lowish trajectory over the net, and it's really good for fast attacking shots, both spinning and also kind of hitting through the ball. It's good at doing both of those. So if you want a good attacking rubber, which isn't Butterfly, then hey, why not go for Euler Dynarize AGR? As I said before, there are just so many rubbers available that it can feel quite overwhelming about what to choose. Well, in this video, I've given you a list of 20. I've narrowed it down to 20, and I'd probably suggest that you don't really need to look too much further than this at the moment, okay? You could try one of the rubbers off this list and see if it works for your game. If you've got any comments about this video, then please do leave a message. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll be sharing more equipment videos in the future. Okay then, take care. Bye-bye.